you doing, everyone? I'm Julian Thomas. Welcome to Alexander Stadium, which is my hometown and my home track. It's my second home. This is whenever I'm not indoors, I'm actually here, alright, putting the groundwork in. Now, if you haven't known, we've got London 2012 Olympics almost less than 7 months away. I know it's not that long as an athlete, but I'm going to show you today what athletics actually consists of. Now, I know everyone has a favourite event. You know, whether it's sprinting, whether it's long jump, whether it's pole vault, whether it's hurdles. I'm going to show you all today, okay? So I'm going to start off with the long jump. Now, if you haven't known, in school I actually used to be a long jumper, and what it consists of basically, we've got a one up here, alright, and what an athlete would do, they pretty much travel all the way from here, so you'll see them, they'll be running all the way down, and there's usually a board here that has a little bit of plasticine that goes across, and you'll pretty much have to hit it. Make sure you don't hit the plasticine. Project your hips, jump up, and try and land to about here. This is where I can land. Yeah, this is how far I can jump. It's 9 meters, but unfortunately they never gave me the world record. They said that I'm too good looking, so they never give it me, so I thought, whatever. I'm only joking though, it's not serious. Also as well, we actually got the pole vault bed here, but we normally have the pole vault. Now, pole vault is the one that you have with the very, very long stick, and a lot of people always see that event and they think, "Ooh, imagine if that stick's gonna break." Well, they're quite really bendy, and what they have to do basically, they stand about here. They'll have a really huge little a blue bed, almost to say. They'll have a pole. They'll be running all the way down. Stick the pole into the ground and project all the way up into the air to about, 4-5 meters into the air to get over a pole vault bed. If you'd like to follow me, I'll show you the rest of the track as well. Alright? Now, if you don't know, come a bit closer. If you don't know, this is what we call tarmac. Alright, this is the surface of the track. There's several surfaces of an athletics track. Now, those people that are the old school days, they used to run on like cinders tracks. Now that's just like stones and pebbles, and we're living in the 21st century now, so it's all about modern technology. Alright, so take a look at this bad boy. This is a tarmac. Now, it's quite spongy, it's not that hard, it's been resurfaced, it's about a year old, so yeah, it's 1 year old. This is quite bouncy, it's not too hard, so you don't get it doesn't damage your shins. So a lot of people tend to run on roads a lot, and the reason why they run on the road is because the concrete is really hard. The force that you hit, so I'm slapping this, it travels all up your leg into your knees, and your knees is what takes that loading. And a lot of people that they do, if you're at home and you travel a lot, you do a lot of road running and you have knee problems, it's not because of you're running yourself, it's because of the surface. So it's really important that you run on a soft surface, alright? So for us at the track, we run on these special surfaces called tarmac, alright? So this is a training track. Now, a racing track is a Mondo surface. So what we saw at 2008 Beijing Olympics, Usain Bolt breaking the world record, that was a Mondo track. It's a lot harder, therefore the forces you put down makes you run a lot quicker. It's basically a faster track. But let's come to take a look at the throwing now. Now, coming up to the infield, obviously the Americans call it track and field. We just call it athletics, alright? So obviously the field events are the ones that don't take place at the track. Now, this is what we call the throwing cage. 2 events often happen here: the discus throw and the hammer throw. Okay, the hammer, the difference between the two, the discus is a round shaped circle that you have to basically swing from the arm, project it. I'm not a thrower, so I'm not even going to bother demonstrate and make myself look silly. Alright, the hammer is the one that has pretty much like a ball and chain. Alright, it's a similar ball, throw it around in circles, and you pretty much try and throw it as far as you can. The other one that's slightly different though, that doesn't require a cage, is a javelin throw. And this one often takes place, literally, I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but literally where those 2 lines are, it's a long stick, almost like a spear. Alright, you see people running up and they're gonna throw it as far as they can. A very good British athlete that was very good at this event was Steve Brackley, who also won the Olympics and World Championships as well. But I want to show you the most important event, the best event, which is my event, the 200 meters. Alright, So it's great, you're gonna love it. Alright, now if you haven't known, a whole lap, one lap of an athletic track is 400 meters. Trust me, it is quite a way away. You can get a good look. Alright, so one lap of an athletic track is 400 meters. Now, I think the world record for the 400 meters is won by Michael Johnson, which is 43.1 seconds, which is very, very quick. However, I want to show you half of that distance, which is 200 meters. Alright, so you actually focus on two energy systems on this. Alright, so it's not exactly, it's still a sprint, but it's not an all-out, flat-out sprint. You know, there's a little bit of speed endurance in there as well, which kind of makes it a bit easier for me, which is why I'm stronger in the 200 and not the 100. Is because it allows me to, gives me more time basically to take guys out at this home straight. So if you take a look at the home straight here, you get the final 100. So the 100 will start from a hurdle right there and finish all the way to where the ladder is, basically where the officials start. All right. Now, the lanes are slightly different to what you will see at the 100 meter start. As you can see, they're staggered. So you've got lane 1, then you've got lane 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going out the way, okay? Now, if you're an athlete and you're in lane 1, you're pretty much screwed. The reason why we say that is because it's so tight. Let's say if I was like Usain Bolt, come a bit closer, take a look. You can see how sharp you're having to turn. You're almost running inside of this line, so you're almost nearly hitting this little guard right here. This is where the camera is off them running all the way around. Now, the reason why it's very difficult is because you can't really run that quick around a tight bend, because as you start to generate and get quicker and quicker and quicker, you kind of get this force that wants to send you out to your outer lane. Now, if you step outside of your lane, that's disqualification, and we don't want that, trust me, we don't. Alright, so the further we go out, the more easier it is. The main lanes that people like to have, or if you've been running, the medal contenders often get lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6. Alright, they're the quickest lanes. The lanes with all the actions. Alright, now how pretty much you worked off. We're gonna go from lane 4. Alright, now after it's slightly different. The way we start in the 200 meters is slightly different. We have to angle our blocks and angle our running direction towards the inside of the bend. The reason why we want to cut down the distance it takes us to get around the bend. We don't want to take the long way around it. We want to take the shortest way around it. Alright, so what we would have to do, we will set up the blocks to the outside of the lane instead of being on the inside. And I want to angle it so that my shoulders, so that when I walk, it's in a straight line. So I'm going to walk in a straight line, and it should take me to the inside of the bend. It should take me to about here, right here. From here onwards, I'm just going to run. My shoulders slightly tilted, okay? Now it's all about, it's really important that you don't tilt too much like this when you're running around a bend. If you're tilting like this, then all the force you generate, you're just gonna lose it and end up slowing down. So it's really important that you almost simulate like you're running into a straight line, but by a slight tilt of the head, you look to the inside of the track. So it's pretty much something like this. So my shoulders are square, and I'm looking there into the direction, and then I start to pick it up, and then run it up and pretend it goes a lot more faster, right? Well, follow me around the bend, okay? So we're gonna pretend we've been into a race. So we've been told to take our marks, so we're on our marks. The marksman said set, and then go. So we're going on a race now, so we're running. At this point when you're running now, you're just focusing on building speed. Now you don't want to be running too quick, all right, because you got to save yourself for the rest of the event, but you just want to think about getting out the blocks. So you'll be working, you'll be driving, you'll be running, and it isn't till about here you start to come out of your acceleration. Alright, so what we say acceleration is where you build speed. So you're building speed from this line, 50 meters we want to be building speed till. Alright, and that should take us to the 50-meter mark, all right, which is this line right here. Now the 50-meter mark, this is where the race starts to go up a gear, all right. Now if you've made a mistake, you've still got time to get it right back down here, all right. But it's really important that you stay focused, because if you lose focus and if you can see people on the inside of your lane, all right, you've pretty much lost the race. If you're here and you've got someone on the inside of the lane and they're there, that means they're ahead of you because they've already made up the stagger, and you don't want to make the stagger up. All right, trust me. You want to try and beat the person that's near to you. So keep running. Now this really starts to get really difficult now, because you're at your full top end speed, and you're starting to feel a momentum that's trying to send you that way when you're running that way. All right, so you have to really keep your stomach, your core, your back really strong, which is why we do core stability work, which is why we do deadlifts, which is why we do bridges, which is why we do hamstring raises, just so that we can endure the forces that we have to overcome within this period of the race. All right, so let's keep going. Now this is where the stagger starts to line itself up with everyone. You start to see everyone from lane 1 to lane 8, and it's really important that you don't lose sight of the track. If you start to look left, if you start to look right, you pretty much lost the race, because you don't know where you're going, okay? So it's really important that you stay and keep looking to the inside of this line. So you're gonna keep looking inside this line. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen Formula 1. I'm a big Formula 1 fan, Lewis Hamilton all the way, all right? You wanna stay to the inside of the track. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of a turn called a chicane, and whenever you see a Formula 1 car go around a chicane, they go to the inside to the outside. It's exactly the same what we do in the 200 meters. The reason why? Because it helps us to maintain the speed. You generate a lot of speed, and it's almost going with the flow. So you'll go from the inside of the track to the outside. So then it's almost like a slingshot. All right, it's like you build up, and then go. All right, so then you keep going, and then pretty much you get to about this line here, and it's all the way home and finished. Gone. Yeah? Alright. So then, when you get into about here, you'll start tiring, you'll start getting knackered, just start thinking to yourself, I can't do it anymore. It's all about keeping shape. You can't put any more effort in, because if you put any more effort in, you'll start to slow down. So you don't want to do that. You just want to stay relaxed, keep working your arms, keep pumping them, keep lifting those legs all the way to the finish line, and you'll find out whether you're won or lost. A lot of the time, particularly within this race, this is where I'm strong, this is where I start to do my damage, because I'm really good at maintaining your top speed. Those little short, stocky powerhouse runners, they would have done their damage at the bend, but they struggle here, all right? So it's really important that you keep your shape. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the 200 meters. The 100 meters, however, is a lot more intense, a lot more short, so you only have to worry about there to there. Okay, I want to show you a hurdle. Alright, so this is what we call a hurdle. Oh, nearly killed myself there. Alright, this is what we call a hurdle. You have several different flights. Now, the males and female hurdles are completely different. You've got 3'6" and you've got 3'9". Now, 3'6" comes to about... Now, I can't hurdle, by the way, so don't be expecting me to jump over this, because it's not going to happen. These are the men's heights. Now, they're quite tricky to get up. The funny thing is that athletes don't have to worry about this. We've got servants to do these. I'm only joking, they're called officials, it's part of their jobs. And the volunteers. So if you're a volunteer for the Olympics, then this is going to be one of your jobs. It's not bad, because you get a front row seat of the Olympics. You go on. My parents, they still ain't even got a ticket. Alright, so, so pretty much this is how high it is now. I'm 6'1", and this is in line with my hips. Now that goes to show how high these hurdles are. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I'm Julian Thomas. If you'd like to watch any more videos on me, please like GT Personal Training on Facebook.
Find us, add us, follow us online. We're everywhere. Always remember this, you have one life, live it.